Those are stories that carry a frequency. So there's a frequency of love. You know when you're in love, and we all have our own story. And each story follows its own unique path and characteristics. Humanity, right? We call this collective consciousness. We call this human consciousness. We call this 5D consciousness. These are just words, right? They're words that describe a frequency. And you know the frequency of your own life. And here's how you discover a frequency. How do you feel a frequency? First time you fell in love, right? So as a kid, I went to school, hundreds of girls all around all the time. Everyone's playing, everyone's giggling. And then someday this one girl walks by you and there's a frequency that happens inside of your body. What does that feel like? We can put words to it. We put words to it like, I'm infatuated, or I'm in love, or she's gorgeous, or whatever that feeling is, right? It's a frequency. 5D New Humans, we're living from frequency. So we grab our frequency and we know when we're living inside out through our portal of frequency, right? This is the new human perception. This is the new earth. And we're living in this new earth now because we're seeing it through our own love and light. And we're interacting with the world around us in this frequency of love and light. And when you're vibrating in the purity of love and light frequency, you feel amazing. You feel really good. Everything that's happening around you is happening perfectly because you are in this frequency of love and light. And when you vibrate in the frequency of love and light, and you're in that place of being in love, feeling amazing, and you discover and you wrap yourself around that source energy, which is God's love and light, you vibrate with everything. You vibrate in perfect harmony with all other frequencies around you because all frequencies are part of the collective humanity. We are a connected matrix of human consciousness, which is inside here, we feel it. We turn inside out. We shine our lights on the world around us, and the world around us is perfect. And that's the new earth. And that's the 5D new human perception. That's what I'm talking about here. And so many young people are coming to this, right? We're no longer talking about the narratives, right? You can talk about a narrative and talk about your situation and what caused you to be in a bad place. The narratives that you use to explain your frequency, right? Those are stories that carry a frequency. So there's a frequency of love. You know when you're in love, and we all have our own story. And each story follows its own unique path and characteristics, but there's a frequency of love. Like here, there's a frequency of being in love. You getting this? There's a frequency of jealousy. There's a frequency of disappointment. Right? There's a frequency of sadness. There's a frequency of guilt. There's a frequency of shame. Understand this? These are frequencies. When you see the world through love and light and you're connected to your vibrational frequency of the 5D new human, right? You're not letting the external world determine who you are in here. 5D new humans, we are coherent. We are strong. We are love and light. That frequency of being alive and being a human being, that's who you are. That frequency is who you are as a new human. And that frequency pulses through your body. And you know what? It pulses through every other human body as well. The 5D new humans, boom, boom, we've turned on our lights. We've embraced this. We're sensing it. We're feeling it. We want to be in a new world. We realize that our current system is broken and no one's going to fix the system. We're not going to fix the system from inside the system. The fix for the system is inside out love and light. We live in a world that we experience from here because our experience in life, whether it's love or sadness or guilt or shame or jealousy or whatever those frequencies are happening all around us, and we can resonate with them, and we realize what makes us feel uncomfortable. When we truly grab and understand and own that you are a 5D frequency, that this frequency is who you are, and this is where you live. So the news that pumps through your cell phone, you're starting to disconnect from it because you're sensing the frequencies that are there. And you're sensing the frequencies of war, and you're sensing the frequencies of protesting, and all of the frequencies that are around us all the time, constantly, the fear, the anxiety, the worries. That's all 3D stuff. When you're vibing in 5D and you've gotten this love and light place and you're holding true to your own frequency, you move like a magnet stuck to north. You stay coherent to what? to your source energy, which is God, which is love and light, which is who you are. It's the very life force that makes you a human being. That frequency flows through you, and it flows through every one of us. It flows through everything all the time. So look at the world through your own love and light and see what's happening. The new earth is here. It's right here, right now. So many of us are coming to this. This podcast is dedicated to the 5D New Human conversation. Share this, please, with your friends. Let's get away from the conversations around narratives and get into conversations around frequencies. What frequency do we want in our world? What frequency do we want in our neighborhood? So we use words to describe something, but really what we're describing is the frequency of being 5D New Human love and light, because this is our core frequency. This is our core frequency. Boom, boom, our lights are on. Right now, collectively, humanity, we're turning our lights on. We're waking up collectively, and the earth is changing right now. Massive changes are taking place all over the planet. And while you may assign it to Donald Trump because he's the guy who's pushing America, or you're going to assign it to President Xi in China because he's moving, or President Zelensky, these are just world leaders, right? How are they moving? How are they making their decisions? The love and light, we're putting our lights on and we're saying no more. No more. We want a new world. We're going to change the way the world is taking place. By the way, this is a fight. This is called the battle, right? Well, the reality is 5D New Humans, the light won. The light has already won. Grab hold of your frequency. Grab hold of your own heart. Own your frequency, because the world is going to continue to become more and more chaotic as our current system falls apart. Because our system was built on narratives. They're built on a story that your family is the right family, that your path is the true path, that your path is the right path. That's the wrong party, that those are the wrong people. All of the narratives that create our reality, we call that the 3D matrix, right? All of those narratives represent frequencies. So there's a frequency in every nation. There's a frequency in every culture. There's a frequency in every community. There's a frequency in every human being. And just as inside of you, you can have love and light and joy and bliss. And if you do, you're resonating in 5D in perfect harmony with this trunk of who you are. That's love and light. That's the God frequency. That's who you are. Collectively, we are God. Collectively, we are that frequency, and we are manifesting this new earth right now. That's what the 5D New Human is all about. That's what I'm talking about right here on this podcast, and so many of us are waking up. So if you're discovering and you know that you're speaking in 5D, that this 5D stuff is resonating with you, it's like, bingo, bingo, your lights are on. I love it. Send us a love and light. Share this. Let's start the conversation, right? Let's start creating our own content. Create your own videos. Start bringing your 5D New Human frequency, boom, and shine your light. Right? And wherever you have an insight, share your insight. And I'm sharing my insight as a 5D New Human, because this is something that I discovered. It was in August of 2024 that I first got exposed to this 5D New Human stuff. And I was like, boom, this just resonates with me. It just makes total coherent sense. And so we started talking about it on this podcast, which used to be called The Spiritual Quest, because I wrote a book about this, discovering your own inner place and kind of living from in here. And we call this spirituality. We call this Christ consciousness. We call this Buddha consciousness, right? But the new earth and the 5D New Human, all of a sudden, it's no longer me. It's like, it's us. We are the 5D New Human movement. We are the future. The collective humanity, boom, boom, is the future. And just as our bodies seek to be healthy, our bodies naturally allocate resources within your body to make you as healthy as you can. And if you leave a person alone, for the most part, they're going to become healthy again. It's the same way with humanity, right? Our collective humanity, all of us, when you zoom out to 5D and you look at the whole universe, you realize that we are all connected to that perception. We are all a part of that perception. And the human perception of all humanity, which is universal consciousness, which is universal mind, which is love and light, that's the new earth. And we're building the new earth right now as 5D New Humans. Boom, boom, our lights are on. And how are we doing this? Well, first of all, we're shining our lights on all the problems. And so right now there's massive, massive, massive deconstruction taking place. You know, we're in a major construction project right now. And right now they're in the demolition phase. Everything's falling apart, right? Everything seems to be chaotic. Everything is going wrong. Boom, boom, put your lights on and you realize, no, collectively everything is being fixed. And humans now, as 5D love and light, we put our lights on, and you know who's going to help us manifest this new earth and who's going to bring coherence to us collectively? The AIs. Instead of putting the AIs to try to spy on you, boom, boom, you're light. You're love and light. That's all you are. And that's all we all are. Okay, so let's just put the love and light on, right? And let's let the machines come in and say, who's cheating? Let the computers look at government spending. Let the computers look at what's going on inside of government. Let's track the things that work for humanity and the things that don't. And those who are still stuck to the old 3D matrix and they're fighting for their cause, you know what I mean? You know, you have got to stop this guy, Donald Trump, because you know that he's the most evil thing on planet Earth. Or you're on the other side. Donald Trump is the salvation of the universe, and he's coming, and all the decisions that he is making is manifesting this golden age. All of those are frequencies, so you can decide which frequency works for you. But the minute that you think that only your frequency works, that's 3D matrix. That's the duality of realizing that there's my position and there's an opposite position, and we're wrestling. 5D, we just let go. We let go and we let God. Are you getting these terms that we learned all our lives, right? Scriptures. Let go and let God. So we're no longer trying to fix anything because we realize that the system, the 3D matrix, is so dense, it is so convoluted, it is so complex, it is not fixable within the matrix. How do we fix it? We zoom out to 5D, we put our lights on. And collectively as a humanity, we're no longer going to want to be in wars. That frequency is not going to fly. We don't want to be in frequencies of negativity. We don't want to be in the frequencies of depression, of sadness, of guilt, of shame, because they exhaust us. They literally exhaust us as we're interacting. That's what you learn as a frequency. When you're in the core love and light frequency and you're just vibing in the frequency, life is amazing. The minute that you feel uncomfortable or the minute that you feel like you're resonating stuck in the matrix, it's a frequency. So again, I'll give you another idea or a concept.